Hello, everyone. This is Enzo Eigen of the Alliance for Loki. And here we are in war number 9. So I had the horrible first death of the season last war. Let's see if I can redeem myself. And so you can see my team here. My team is a very cool team. It is Mole Man, Vision, and Iron Man, the original Iron Man. I've absolutely fallen in love with the original Iron Man. He's so powerful and so cool. I love him so much. And I have him as a rank 2 7-star because of the Valentine's event. So this first fight is Path 4. This is against Quicksilver and with my Mole Man. I did this in the off season, and Mole Man just goes crazy here. And so, my whole goal is to just get some enough enough my charges to get a big fury. So I'm at 11 charges. I think that's enough to fight him, and you can see like crazy damage. My goal is not to basically let him throw any of his specials, and so you can see Mole Man is crazy good. It's such an easy fight, like 2 heavies, special, done. And so I think I had a power start 1. I think I had to get to my second my SP2, and didn't even need it. Okay, so let's we do a lot of switching of masteries because I'm going to go with, I guess not too many. So I basically put 4 out of 4 into 5 out of 5 into Collar Tech just to keep the energy down. And so this is another fight on Path 4, and this is against APOC. We'll start a little early. Ooh, hang on. Actually, it was fine. We can start it. So this fight, again, I have the heal block on, which is fine. It doesn't really affect me too much. The thing about this fight is that when I get close, you can see right there a weakness proc. I point to the right direction. Yep, up there. And so if I'm too close to him too long, I get a weakness on me, and I can have those fall off by moving away. Of course, he's a mutant and I'm Iron Man, so I can block his specials, which is great. And my goal is to get to an SP2, which I did. And, or was that an SP1? I wasn't even paying attention there. No, that's an SP1. So my goal was throw an SP2 by throwing an SP1. And now, again, just chipping him down. Just make sure I block during his specials, trying to make sure the weaknesses I can sort of do like short combos in the back way just to keep the weaknesses down. There I had one, but I was close enough. I just finished him. So Iron Man, unbelievable champion, just so strong. I think Collar Tech helps nicely just to keep his power gain as small as I can. And so another under a minute fight, which is perfect. And okay, now we're off to Path 6. And Path 6, I have 2 OG Vision fights. So both these are prowess fights. And with OG Vision, since I'm using him twice, I'm going to put on a regen boost just to keep his health fresh. None of the other boosts really help that much. I guess maybe invulnerability would. That's my whole goal here, is making sure they don't get power. And so yeah, I'm just blocking, throwing my specials, and my SP2 of course drains all the power, and I think my SP1 drains like 40% of his power, so a little over a bar of power. And yeah, it's a very straightforward fight. You just have to be careful. You just can't make any mistakes, and just got to try to keep in control. And the most important thing about this fight is managing your power. And so I'm trying to make sure that I don't ever get to 3 bars of power, because that is a lot of power you have to use, 3 bars worth, and it only drains like 1 bar of power, 33%, I think. And so it's by far the worst value that Vision has. And so it's all about just making sure that you're playing a good rotation. The other thing about OG Vision is that you also want to be careful that you don't ever let them get special. So of course right there he had a special, but I threw my SP2, so it's gone. And so just sometimes you have to slow down your playing just to be a little more careful, and not something I'm great at, slowing down my playing. Sometimes I just get into the frenzy like Mole Man, and I'm trying to just hit and do damage and get them down as quickly as possible. So you do want to be careful. The other big tip is, of course, never making sure, like the SP3, never making sure you're at more than like 1.5 bars of power when you get your synthesize. It gives you 1.5 bars of power. I think gives you 50% power exactly. And so, again, you really don't want to get pushed into SP3. So you see this fight is, what can I say? It's very repetitive and sort of boring, but it's boring to watch, but fun in this challenge of you're still managing a lot, even though it looks very straightforward and like you don't really do anything. You just hit through specials. I mean, I would say there's a lot more thinking that goes into this fight than meets the eye, much like a Transformer Same thing against Storm here. I do make one mistake in this fight, and you'll see it. Again, another like prowess build-up fight, but absolutely doesn't matter with the vision. And so in I go again. And, I'm glad I have the healing on. I'm basically at full health, but the healing will help like sort of top that off. So it's a really good boost for this fight. And here I go. And there it is. Wait for it. There's a huge mistake. Oh, no, that's not the huge mistake. I pushed her to a bar power, but through my SB2. I guess, spoiler alert, I'm going to, at one point, push her to a bar power and not have that. But you see she has 5 prowesses on. So, I mean, even blocking a special would be mega scary. And there it is. There's a mistake. So she had 1 bar power there. Luckily, I held block and baited out my special, and she didn't throw it. Baited out her heavy, and she didn't throw it. But that's like sort of the cardinal sin with OG Vision, is getting in a situation where you would let them throw a special. And again, especially since these nodes are particularly designed to have lots of prowesses on them. And so yeah, I sort of learned my lesson in that. I was like, whoa, that was just a scary moment. And so now I'm just going to be really cognizant. Of course, it doesn't help when you get hit. Again, these fights are on the longer side. I mean, like, they're not the 25-second mole man fight, so you definitely have to play consistently for a long time. Being hit, it didn't do too much damage and actually builds up my power a little bit, so it's not always a bad thing to take a hit here and there, but something you don't want to like really get too comfortable with. And again, got the 2 bars of power all set. She's at 3%, and that's it. And so that fight went very well. And yeah, Vision, we can totally shut down an opponent's energy, which is such a huge advantage in any match. So we pretty much cleared this match. We're playing, what's the name of this? Something Heavenly Knights, I think. Let me go zoom back to the beginning of the video. I should always, like, at the very beginning, memorize who we were fighting against. So let's see, right here at the beginning, I think it says we were fighting against, maybe I won't find it easy. Let's move to the end. Maybe we'll find it. Here we are. We're fighting against the Night Guardians. That's who we're fighting against. And I flashed a score here, so the war is not over yet. Where's the score? So crazy close, 10-9. That's why I'm so glad I didn't die. And my defense, I always like to take a look at my defense. Unfortunately, BG3's defense is doing amazing. I think, what do we have? Like, we had 8 of the 9 or 10 kills already. So there's a score. So we are a fair bit ahead in our attacks. And yeah, if we can just clean up these last couple of fights, 7 fights, we will win it. And they have a lot of fights to do. So even if we drop 1 or 2, they still have a lot of fights to do to get the victory. And yeah, as I was saying, what do we have here? We have 6, 7, 8. Yeah, BG3 defense is just rocking it once again. And unfortunately, Enzo Eigen's defense was not rocking it with 0 kills. But I'm happy for the rest of the battle group. It's super good that we're doing so well. So this was War 9. Back on my Deathless Street. It starts again. And yeah, hopefully we got 3 more wars. I think this will put us solidly in top 10. We'll see how it goes. I would guess we'd have to win 2 of the 3 last ones to stay in top 10. But we might as well win all 3 just to make sure. Hope you enjoyed this war video, and I'll see you again very soon in another one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.